Man, Naughty Dog, y'all fucked up, man. Y'all made the wrong choice on this one. Believe it or not, we actually have some news on the canceled Factions game that was supposed to come out, The Last of Us Online, as they named it. The article dropped earlier today. It is titled, "The Last of Us Online was great," former PlayStation executive says, but Naughty Dog could not make it alongside new IP. This was dropped by Eurogamer and Push Square, so we're going to get right into this article. The Last of Us Online was great, former PlayStation exec says, but Naughty Dog could not make it alongside new IP. Their new IP being the Intergalactic Heretic Prophet game that has very, very mixed opinions and reviews on it. So much mixed opinions on it, in fact, that Naughty Dog themselves turned off comments on their own announcement trailer. So that tells you something. Anyways, back to the article. It says former PlayStation executive Shuhei, I don't know how to say, Yoshida played Naughty Dog's ill-fated The Last of Us Online and said it was great. Factions, as the game became known as, was an online multiplayer spin-off from Naughty Dog's post-apocalyptic solo drama, but was canceled by Sony at the end of 2023. Damn, it's been that long already. Sheesh. As the studio didn't want to become a solely live service game studio. And rightfully so. Destiny developer Bungie was drafted in to assist during development, but raised concerns about the game's ability to keep players engaged for a long period of time, according to a report at the time. And I remember when that statement came out, and I feel like that's when we started finally realizing that, hey, they're actually trying to go to like a live service direction. And that just like all points toward Bungie. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know the facts behind it, but it's like, I feel like Bungie like just stepped in and said, hey, what if we make this a live service game? Huh? And they kind of influenced them to try to go that route, and inevitably did not work out. Yet Yoshida, who recently left PlayStation, was able to play the game before it was canceled, which he discussed in an interview with Sacred Symbols. He played the game and it was great. The idea for The Last of Us Online came from Naughty Dog and they really wanted to make it. Well, no shit, where else would it have come from? But Bungie explained to them what it takes to make live service games, and Naughty Dog realized, oops, we can't do that. If we do it, we can't make Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet, so that was a lack of foresight. So basically, they're saying Naughty Dog canceled Factions, or canceled their Last of Us Online game, in favor of releasing Intergalactic, finishing Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, and getting that out there. So Naughty Dog must have really, really high confidence in this new IP, even though it's gotten mixed reception from fans in the announcement trailer. Naughty Dog is so confident in this new IP that they canceled a sequel to their beloved multiplayer for The Last of Us. That sounds utterly psychotic to me. To have that much confidence in a brand new IP that you don't know how fans are going to receive it is pretty crazy. Like, that doesn't sound like the most intelligent direction or the smartest move to make. Anyways, moving on. Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet is Naughty Dog's next game, a single-player sci-fi hack and slash revealed at last year's Game Awards. Yoshida spoke further on live service games at Sony, stating that no first-party studio had been forced into the genre. From my experience, when studios see the company has a big initiative, they realize riding on that gives them a better chance of getting a project approved and supported, he explained. It's not like current PS Studios boss Herman Holst is telling teams they need to make live service games. It's likely mutual. And that's fine. I'm sure Herman Holst isn't forcing Naughty Dog to make a live service game. But what I'm saying is, I believe whoever's idea it was to bring Bungie in, I feel like it was influenced, or Bungie themselves influenced Naughty Dog to make a live service multiplayer game. I cannot sit here and believe that Naughty Dog on their own wanted to make a live service multiplayer. There's no way. There's absolutely no way Naughty Dog wanted to do that. I feel like they just wanted to make Factions 2. They had Bungie step in to help them with resources or whatever, and they probably whispered in their ear saying, hey, let's make this live service, because they even says up here, Bungie did not see the ability to keep players engaged for a long time. So Bungie wanted players to be engaged for a long period of time. That's basically saying Bungie wanted to make it a live service. Is it not? Like, am I wrong here? At one point, Sony had over 10 live service games in development. Jeez. Planned to launch before March 2026, the phenomenon of the live service game that has, in a very large part, fueled the enormous growth in the gaming industry that we've seen over the last 10 years. Yeah, there's no denying that. Like, but the thing is, live service games are so hit or miss. Live service games are so hit or miss. They could be really good for your studio, and they could be really bad. I mean, look at Concord. It was a flash in the pan, right? Barely even that. And then there have some live service games like Bungie's Destiny. You have other live service games that just do really good and make lots of money to basically generate money. And I can see why developers want that for their studio. I understand that, but it's like, it's so hit or miss, man. Like, I mean, look at Suicide Squad. Like, it's such a gamble making a live service game. I think that trend towards live service will continue, and if you look for a model in our category of entertainment which supports sustained engagement over a long period of time, live service games arguably fit that bill better than a subscription service. Gradually, though, the company has canceled these live service projects, and Ryan has since left the company. Most notably, Sony shut down Concord shortly after release. Last month, 2 games at Days Gone developer Bend and remake studio Bluepoint were canceled following a recent review. Yoshida did not comment on these projects beyond, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Sony's recent PlayStation State of Play was light on first-party announcements, perhaps due to the large number of canceled projects. The company's other live service shooter, Fair Games, has reportedly been delayed to next year, which that game looks fucking awful. Pardon my French, but holy shit. Can I watch the trailer for this? I don't even want to watch the trailer for this. I don't even want to give them my fucking watch time. In an interview earlier this week, Yoshida discussed his 2019 move from the president of SIE Worldwide Studios to overseeing Sony's indie developer initiative. Well, I had no choice, he said. When Jim Ryan asked me to do the indie job, the choice was to do that or leave the company. He also addressed current issues in the games industry, such as slow development and layoffs. I think it's an overreaction to the COVID situation, he said. Companies invested too much, including ourselves. Then we had to face reality and make adjustments. If you take out the COVID years, you'd have smoother growth over the years. That's the same issue with a lot of companies. A lot of companies, like after COVID or during COVID and after COVID, like they hired an influx of employees, and then once COVID died down and businesses started to settle down, they had to lay off people. Like, a lot of jobs and a lot of companies have done that. Basically, at the end of the day, Naughty Dog wanted to make Factions 2. I wholeheartedly believe that Naughty Dog wanted to make a Factions 2 multiplayer, not some live service game. I think when they brought in Bungie, they wanted to make a game. They even stated they wanted to make a game that had the ability to keep players engaged for a long period of time. That basically says Bungie wanted to make the game live service. And they tried to change direction, implement it into a live service game. They realized that they couldn't do that and also release their new IP, Intergalactic, which, in my opinion, I feel like is a very stupid decision to make. I personally would rather them delay Intergalactic and release Factions 2, or hell, even The Last of Us Online as live service. I would rather have The Last of Us live service than Intergalactic, in my opinion. Why are they so focused on releasing Intergalactic? They would rather push out a new IP within the next year than continue working on a beloved multiplayer game, unless Herman Hulst or whoever the head honcho is over there said, hey, you need to release a new IP within the next year. Like it's some sort of contract thing. I'm not sure. We're never going to know the full ins and outs and what's going on behind the curtains, but this is a little bit of an insight, a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, if you will. Basically, Naughty Dog could not create The Last of Us Online alongside releasing Intergalactic in the time that they want to release it, which is silly to me. Why would you cancel a multiplayer that you know for certain fans are going to love to work on a new IP that you don't know how fans are going to receive it? And guess what? They didn't receive it too well because you have the comments on your announcement trailer turned off. It has 73,000 likes. I don't know how many dislikes there are. I don't have the plugin. That sucks, but I'm sure I could pull it up. As the latest update, the trailer has received a significant number of dislikes. On the PlayStation YouTube channel, it has over 262,000 dislikes, bro. 262,000 dislikes. On the Naughty Dog channel, the comments have been disabled and the trailer has 169,000 dislikes. They only have 73,000 likes. That is Crazy, bro. What better way of letting yourself know that you made the wrong decision? You know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on this game because I know I made a reaction video to the trailer and like I basically just gave my first impressions on the video, which weren't good. My first impressions watching this trailer were not good. But I'm sure the game is going to be fun. It's Naughty Dog. They know how to make games, right? The game's going to be good. The game's going to be fun. People are going to like it. Some people anyway. Not everybody. Like knowing this is the game that you killed factions for, bro. Like knowing that this is the game that you sacrificed factions for makes me not even want to have shit to do with this game at all. Like that's crazy, bro. Ugh. It just leaves such a bad taste in my mouth. Man, Naughty Dog, y'all fucked up, man. Y'all made the wrong choice on this one. You guys should have just stuck to your guns, pushed out The Last of Us Online, whether it was live service or not, man. And just delay Intergalactic, man. Delay it for like the next year or two, right? Why does a new IP have to be pushed out so soon over another game? Why do you have to kill off factions to release Intergalactic? Why can't you just delay Intergalactic since it's a new IP? People will wait for that shit, right? It's a new IP. No, you don't know how people are gonna receive it. You know what I mean? Like, push it out, delay it. I don't know. That's my opinion on the whole situation. Former PlayStation executive says himself, man, that The Last of Us Online was going to be great. But yet, we'll never know for ourselves. Guys, let me know what you think below, down in the comments below. Do you guys think that they should have delayed Intergalactic so they could push out The Last of Us Online? Or do you think they made the right call? Are you excited for Intergalactic? Let me know in the comments below. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy, have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one.